As we head into Game 2 of our doubleheader here at Jim Goda Stadium, the Spuds of Moorhead taking on the Rebels of DGF for Dilworth, Glendon, Felton. As DGF comes up with a late rally and defeats Moorhead in Game 1 by a score of 4-2 to pick up their 10th consecutive win of the season. DGF will start things off with Evelyn Moe. She'll be followed by Kiara Summers and then Caitlin Brenna as we get underway here in the first inning, and the pitch is up and away out of the strike zone. Ryan Mohagan getting the start here in Game 2. Pitching duties have been shared throughout the game by Ryan Mohagan and Drew Severson. Seems they alternate at start and on relief, and they work the game complete between the two of them as Ryan Mohagan delivers, and it's 1-1. And the pitch up high. Mohagan delivers out of the strike zone. It's 2-1. Game 2 of our doubleheader. Foul down the third baseline and foul. And the count evens up now at 2-2. As Evelyn Moe stands in, here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch that was tantalizing, but she held back on it. And the count goes full now at 3-2. As Mohagan works quickly, here's a pitch and fouled off to the right side. Count stays full now at 3-2. Outfield shaded slightly left against the right-handed hitter. And the pitch by Ryan Mohagan is bounced to the left side and into left field for the base hit. Severson is there to pick it up in short left field. And a base hit by Evelyn Moe to start things out for DGF. And here comes Kiara Summers. Center fielder Kiara Summers. And bats from the left side. With a check of the runner at first, here's the pitch. And that one is looped into center field, a hard run to come in, and Moorhead center fielder Kenzie Downer is there to chase it down. And Kiara Summers goes out on the fly. That brings up Caitlin Brenna.
The first baseman, number 1.
She's first baseman, and the bouncer to the left side. They're going to call it foul. A nice stop at third by Maddie Spaeth. Strike one, the count now on Caitlin Brenna. Stands forward in the box and flies one towards right center field. Moorhead center fielder Kenzie Downer comes in on the play to make the catch, and there are two away. And here's Morgan Tollefson, the cleanup batter in the DGF batting order. Third baseman Morgan Tollefson. With a runner on at first base, we're just underway, top of the first. That one is foul. And again, Maddie Spaeth does a good job of catching up and making the play, but in foul territory. Tyler Drexel, third base coaching in the third base coaching box as Mohagan gets back and ready to go. And here's a pitch. And a pickoff play down at first was much delayed. It just never had a chance. And Evelyn Moe on her way to second, as soon as she saw that ball was going to be delivered down to first, she knew she had a good chance of making it. So a stolen base there. And here's a pop-up to the catcher, and this inning is over. It's 4 up and 3 down for DGF. In the top of the first inning, it is DGF nothing and Moorhead coming to bat.
McCollum. And the catcher number
Moorhead will come to bat in the bottom of the first inning as Maddie Spaeth will lead things off. Moorhead third baseman will be followed by Kate Gulbranson and then Drew Severson. If anything should happen in the top of the order, then Thea Bradstein will come on to play. She's in right field here in Game 2. DGF getting a win in the opener by a score of 4-2. And as we come to play here in the bottom of the first, they will face Jenna Bjelland as the play comes to the near side and fouled away. A solid performance in the first game by Mallory Leitner to get the win for DGF as she went all 7 innings. And now in Game 2, Jenna Bjelland gets the call as she looks in on Maddie Spaeth. And it's fouled back. And the count goes to 2 strikes. 0-2 the count on Maddie Spaeth. Moorhead batting here, bottom of the first. A quick look down the third base coaching box, and here's the delivery. Up high and away for ball 1. So 1-2 the count now on Maddie Spaeth. Well, the day has progressed quite nicely from what we were experiencing early on in the day. Warmer temperatures. Ball hit to the right side. Stopped, picked up, and thrown on. 4-3 on the putout as Taylor Ockery stayed with the play, and Maddie Spaeth grounds out to start the first inning. That brings up Kate Gulbranson.
number 4, Kate Gulbranson.
She's behind the plate here in Game 2 as Bjelland delivers, and it's fouled back. Quick look again down into the third base coaching box. And then stepping in, here's the delivery by Bjelland. Fouled at the plate and rolling away. The 2-strike pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. High, hard heater from Jenna Bjelland, and Kate Gulbranson down on strikes, and that brings up Drew Severson. And Severson bats here with 2 out. As Bjelland delivers, and this one is fouled to the right side and into the DGF coaching area, or dugout area rather, and that's strike 1. DGF playing straight away in the outfield. Drew Severson waiting. Left foot up on the front, and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2 strikes the count. Jenna Bjelland looks in. Into the delivery, and that one is up high and away. A riser that got up and out of the strike zone. And it's 1-2. As Bjelland ready to go. That one hit into the turf. It bounced about 8 feet in front of the plate. And the count evens up now at 2-2. Here's the pitch, and that one is inside, ball 3. With 2 out, nobody on, the 3-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And so some clutch pitching by Jenna Bjelland puts the Spuds down in order in their half of the first inning. As we go to the second inning, it's DGF nothing, Moorhead nothing. Here's a look in. Rolling loose, down towards the end line. Behind the net, trying to set up a play from behind. Here's the look by Moorhead, trailing 5-0, looking for their first goal, and it's deflected away. The scoop up and the scoop in, and Moorhead has scored its very first varsity lacrosse goal, coming right in on a nice play, back and forth, give and go, and in to make it a 5-1 score here. Ryan Moorhead finishing up her warm-ups before we get into play here in the second inning. And for DGF, Jenna Bjelland, the pitcher, will lead things off, followed by left fielder Maria Watt and second baseman Taylor Ockery. No scoring by either team here in their half of the first inning. DGF looking for a doubleheader sweep here this afternoon. Spuds are looking for the split after splitting with Hawley earlier in the week, scoring runs in comeback fashion throughout in that split with Hawley. Meanwhile, DGF was getting a doubleheader sweep over Frazee in a dominant fashion, 13-2 and 5-0. 13-1 was the score over Frazee. And so as they settle in, here's Jenna Bjelland waiting for the pitch, and Ryan Moorhead delivers up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jenna Bjelland, leading off the second inning. Much forward, way up forward. Her left foot is nearly out of the batter's box at the front of the plate. And takes a pitch out of the zone. It's 2-1. And the windup by Moorhead. Delivers on the outside corner, called strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jenna Bjelland waits. Here's the Moorhead pitch. It's popped up to the right side, and second baseman Corey Hulls is there to make the play for Moorhead. And there's one away. That brings up Maria Watt, DGF left fielder. And she also forward in the box, or forward in the, but not as much as what we saw from Jenna Bjelland. And the DGF hitters are predominantly right-handed and like to move their way forward in the batter's box. Count even now at 1-1. Maria Watt will be followed by Taylor Ockery as DGF bats here in the top of the second inning on a pitch up and away for ball 2. And the pitch is bounced to the near side and foul. The count evens up now at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Maria Watt. She's ready. Here's the Moorhead pitch and up and away. And the pitch by Moorhead. Popped up, right side. Second baseman Halls is there and makes the catch, and there are 2 away. So back-to-back pop-ups to the right side for Cora Halls, and there are 2 away. And here's Taylor Ockery. Batting 7th in the order, second baseman Taylor Ockery. Closed stance and bounces one, third base. Maddie Spaeth is there for the long throw across, and a quick 1-2-3 inning pitched by Ryan Moorhead in the second inning. And after an inning and a half, it's DGF nothing, Moorhead nothing.
17, Thea Bradstein leading off.
Moorhead comes to bat in the bottom of the second inning, and Thea Bradstein pops one to the right side, and that's chased down by Jenna Bjelland, the pitcher, who came all the way to the first baseline and out of play to make the catch, and Thea Bradstein pops up to the pitcher.
7, Bria Holm.
One pitch, one out, and here's Bria Holm. Moorhead shortstop. No scoring here in the second game, as DGF won game one by a score of 4-2. Here's the pitch, and bounce to the left side and through the hole. It got between third baseman and short, and a base hit for Bria Holm. Third baseman Morgan Tollefson had a chance. Shortstop Evelyn Moe had a chance, and it sneaked between them both and into left field for the base hit. And that brings up Emily Van Rayden.
Player number 18, Emily Van Rayden.
She is the designated player in today's game. Emily Van Rayden takes a whack at the first pitch and misses. Strike one. And a quick delivery. Check swing, but through, and that's strike two. Jenna Bjelland delivers a lot of strikes. As Van Rayden waits, and the pop-up bounces foul and out of play to the right side. Emily Van Rayden stays alive, but with a two-strike count. And a runner down at first in Bria Holm. Jenna Bjelland looks in and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike three. High, hard fastball. Emily Van Rayden down on strikes. And there are two away as Kenzie Downer steps up, the Moorhead center fielder. Third strikeout of the game by Jenna Bjelland. And this pitch is up just out of the strike zone. Ball won the count here on Downer. Moorhead with a runner down at first in Bria Holm. And that pitch fouled back. Count even now at the ball and a strike. Downer waits, and the pitch is fouled off. Again to the right side and beyond the track area. As Kenzie Downer takes a couple of practice swings out of the box and before stepping in. As Bjelland delivers, it's bounced to the left side. Picked up there. Third baseman on its way over to first is in time. Morgan Tollefson delivers a strike on the throw to the right over to Caitlin Brenna, and the Spuds go down in the second inning. After two, it's Moorhead nothing and DGF nothing. As DGF comes to bat in the top of the third inning, it'll start. Brianna McCullum will lead things off, led by Skylar Spessard and then Evelyn Moe. It'll be batters 8, 9, and 1 to get things underway here in the third inning. Scoreless after two innings. And here's Brianna McCullum. Right fielder stands in from the right side. Ryan Mohagan. Ready to start inning number 3 with a pitch that's slapped up to the near side and a nice running catch by Drew Severson, the left fielder for Moorhead. Got a good jump on the hit on the line drive, and was there to make the catch. Brianna McCollum lining out to the left fielder, Drew Severson, and there's one away. Foul ball now as Skylar Spessard bats. So Ryan Mohagan quickly getting ahead on the count. Both pitchers in the first game and so far here in the second game have been very strike prone. Very few pitches out of the strike zone. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 2 strikes the count now on Skylar Spessard. And with the look, Ryan Mohagan delivers, and it's popped up towards center field. Long run, but the catch is made. Kenzie Downer going a long ways to come in and make the catch, and there are 2 away. A line drive to left field and a fly ball to center field here in the third inning for off the bats of DGF.
Shortstop number 3, Evelyn Moe.
And here comes the leadoff hitter, Evelyn Moe. She drew a walk in the first inning and was stranded at second. Here's a base hit, and this one's finding the gap between right field and center all the way to the fence. Evelyn Moe is on her way to third, and she'll go in with a stand-up triple. Evelyn Moe finding the gap in right center field. A runner in scoring position now for DGF for Kiara Summers, who flew out to center field in the first. Left-handed hitting Kiara Summers, the DGF center fielder. And Mohagan delivers that one just high for ball 1. Summers waggles and waits and runs up on the pitch and swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike on Summers. As she waits now deep in the batter's box, runs up on the pitch and swings and misses, strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes on Summers. As Ryan Mohagan peers in, she winds and delivers, and this is a pitch down in the turf, swung on and missed. It's picked off the turf and rifled down to first. 2-3 on the strikeout put out of Kiara Summers, and that takes care of the top of the third inning. A triple by Evelyn Moe, and she's left stranded at third. And after 2.5 innings of play, it's Moorhead nothing and DGF nothing. Moorhead will come to bat in the bottom of the third inning, and it brings up the bottom of the order. Here is Yitzel Delgado, and she'll be followed by Ryan Mohagan, and then to the top of the order in Maddie Spaeth. 8, 9, and 1. Yitzel Delgado, Moorhead first baseman here in game 2 as the pitch is delivered down and in. Ball 1. It's a 0-0 game as we play here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch, and it's into left field, and it is a home run. Just clearing the left field fence. And they're going to say, no, it was foul. Well, it cleared the fence in fair, but as it was curling, It ended up foul. That's the longest hit ball we've seen here this afternoon. And Yitzel Delgado standing back in the batter's box now. And it's 1-1. Bielan delivers, and that one is fouled back. Well struck. Delgado nearly got the game's first run as it cleared, but foul. Batting now at 1-2. Here's the delivery, and this one is into left field, and that one is fair all the way to the left fielder, Maria Watt, who hustles it back into play, and Delgado stays in there, stays tough, and gets a base hit. Yitzel Delgado with a single to start the third inning. Here's Ryan Mohagan. Right-handed hitting pitcher Ryan Mohagan. And before play resumes, Stacy Holm is up and talking with home plate umpire. And it may be that they're going to use a courtesy runner here, as Delgado, after getting the base hit, will come to the side. And coming in is Haley Floberg, and she'll be the courtesy runner here in the third inning. As we make some equipment adjustments out near home plate, we're ready to go. Floberg, the runner, down at first. And the pitch is bunted out in front of home plate, and the picked up there, 1-3 on the putout, and then the return back just about picked off Haley Floberg, but she managed to get back in time. Field umpire was off to the right side and alertly was there and in position to make the call. But Yitzel Delgado giving way to courtesy runner, who is now at second base. Ryan Mohagan was out on the play, and that brings up Maddie Spaeth, batting now with one out. "5-3 on the putout of Ryan Mohagan, and Maddie Spaeth, who grounded out in the first, takes a look at a called strike. On Spaeth, the ball and a strike, 1-1. She stands deep in the batter's box and waits. It's popped straight up. Now floating and out of play. Comes onto the track behind the third baseline. And the count goes to 1-2. As Bieland looks in. Runner at second. Called strike. And so with that, Maddie Spaeth out on strikes. And that brings up Kate Gulbranson.
The catcher number 4, Kate Gulbranson.
4 strikeouts here in the first 3 innings by Bieland. And there are 2 out now as Kate Gulbranson checks in. She was a strikeout victim in the first. Pitch was up high and away, and it's ball 1. Working quickly. Here's the pitch. That's high and away. Jenna Bieland normally nibbles right around the strike zone. But a couple pitches there, a couple of rise balls that got away. And so on the 2-0 pitch, and this one is fouled back, and it's 2-1. Straightaway stance and looking out. Here's the pitch by Bieland, and this one is fouled off to the right side, and that one drops out of play. That brings the count even at 2-2. Kate Gulbranson waiting as Bieland delivers, and that one is fouled away. So a steady advance, or a steady at-bat rather, a steady at-bat here by Kate Gulbranson. Moorhead with a runner down at second. Batting in the bottom of the third, no score. And this one is popped up to the left side and out of play. nearly catching the bleachers. Count stays even at 2-2. And that pitch down in the turf. Count goes full now at 3-2. Nearly catching it, or the Floberg off the base at second, but she got back in time, and next pitch comes in and out of the strike zone. It's ball 4. Moorhead now has runners at first and second. So a base on balls to Kate Gulbranson. Haley Floberg, the courtesy runner, down at second. Kate Gulbranson on at first as Drew Severson bats, striking out in the first inning. And the pitch, down low and in the turf. It rolls away far enough. Haley Floberg advances to third. Kate Gulbranson on now at second, and Moorhead has runners at second and third. And still batting here in the third inning with 2 out. Drew Severson waits. Swung on a miss. Hit a 2-run double in game 1. And that put the Spuds ahead at that point, only to see that DGF come back late in the game to win at 4-2. Drew Severson stands in. 2-1 the count. And an off-speed pitch. Running the runner back at third base. DGF catcher Skylar Spessard making sure nothing advances. And so with runners at second and third, swung on a miss. And that's strike 3. And that's the third inning. So the Spuds threaten, but do not score. And after 3 innings complete, it's Moorhead nothing and DGF nothing. Count is full at 3-2. Bottom of the 7th inning. Game tied. Casey Reber stretches. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 4. And Moorhead has come up with a run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's walked in. And that brings us to the end of this one here tonight. A recap of tonight's game in just a moment. Reminding you that our final score tonight at Matson Field in Moorhead, Spuds 5, West Fargo 4. We head into the 4th inning. And in the top of the inning, Caitlin Brenna will lead things off for DGF, followed by Morgan Tollefson and then Jenna Bjelland. Brenna flew out to center field in the first, is 0 for 1. There's been no scoring between these two. DGF winning game 1 earlier today by a score of 4-2. We're adding here now as Caitlin Brenna steps in, DGF first baseman. Here's the pitch, fouled at the plate and bounced straight back. Gulbranson will give chase and bring the ball back into play. As it's 1 strike the count. Caitlin Brenna settling in. And she leans forward in the batter's box and waits for the pitch that's bounced to the left side. But foul, it hit her in the batter's box, and so it'll be strike 2. Moorhead favoring to the left just a bit against the right-handed hitting Caitlin Brenna, otherwise pretty much straight away. As Brenna looks out, Mohagan looks in, changes the signal. Now changes the signal and is ready. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Caitlin Brenna. It's 2 strikes the count. DGF batting here, top of the 4th. Here's the delivery, and it's bounced to the left side, and that's foul. Tyler Drexel with a nice one-handed grab out of the third base coaching box. As Brenna waits, the pitch is sailed up and out of the strike zone high and nearly got away, but pulled down by Gulbranson, and the count moves on to 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. As Moorhead delivers, and that one got away from catcher Gulbranson. It hit off her glove and off to the side. Count evens up at 2-2. Here's Mohegan's delivery, and this one is flied toward left center field, and that one hits short on the rail, and it will be a double. It was on the verge of becoming a ground rule double by bouncing over, but it hit the top rail and stayed on the field. And a double nonetheless, as Caitlin Brenna works her way with a base hit to start the 4th inning, and that brings up Morgan Tollefson. DGF third baseman popped up in the 1st inning, and that ended the inning. Tollefson batting here from the right side. Taking a look, daring the throw, but Brenna back now safely at second. Gulbranson taking a look to the near side, maybe to get some advice on the... She quickly throws it back to the pitcher, Mohegan, as though throwing back to second, or down to second rather. And so a quick hustle to get back onto the bag, but with no throw there, here's the return now by Mohegan, and she went off speed and delivered it high. Two and 1. 2 balls and a strike on Morgan Tollefson as she waits. And the pitch lined into left field, a base hit. Here's a look, and it was a 1 bounce hit to the left side and pulled in by Drew Severson. And a quick throw into Bria Holm holds the runner at third. So back-to-back base hits by DGF here in the 4th inning, and runners are at 1st and 3rd. And with nobody out, it's Jenna Bjelland, the DGF pitcher. Popped up in the 2nd inning. As the delivery comes in, a square and a bunt, and it's bunted foul. Jenna Bjelland will be followed by Maria Watt, the DGF left fielder. DGF threatening here in the 4th inning, and the pitch is line drive. Back-to-back base hits will get 1. And a 2nd run will score as the throw comes in on the double. A 2-run double delivered by Jenna Bjelland. And DGF has taken the lead. That brings up Maria Watt. 3 straight hits delivered. And Stacy Holm is out quickly to have a visit with Ryan Mohegan. And they're looking into left field, and it looks like there'll be a pitching change here, and that brings Drew Severson on. So the 2 Spuds pitchers again rotating and alternating. Severson will get a couple of warm-ups here as Mohegan comes over, and she wears a protective mask while pitching, and she comes over to throw it into the dugout area, and she'll take Drew Severson's place now in left field. So Severson from left to pitch, and Mohegan from pitch to left. As DGF has come up with some solidly hit base hits here in the 4th inning to grab a 2-0 lead. Drew Severson finishing her warm-ups. She's got a big stride towards the plate. And she, like the other pitchers we've seen today, generally right around the strike zone.
Number 6, Drew Severson.
Drew Severson will get her warm-up pitches in place. And we're ready to go. As she turns and looks and waits for the sign, Maria Watt stands in for DGF. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. DGF left fielder. And that pitch is down low by Severson, and it's 1-0. Straightaway stance by Watt. Severson looks in, called strike. Jenna Bjelland delivering a 2-run double, and the Rebels have taken a 2-0 lead, and Bjelland out at second base. Here's the windup and the pitch, and this one is fouled back. One ball and 2 strike the delivery. And this one is flied towards right center and into the gap and all the way to the fence. One run is in, takes a look, and she hesitated just a moment, and with that hesitation basically told herself to stop at second. And a 4 straight hit performance here by DGF to start the 4th inning. A double, a single, a double, a double. Jenna Bjelland scoring on that last base hit. And it's 3-0.
Number 6, Tyler Ockery.
Here's Taylor Ockery. DGF second baseman, grounded out. Grounded out in the 2nd inning. Batting here with 3 runs in and nobody out. As she waits, called strike. Drew Severson in the stretch, and here's the pitch, and it's grounded to the left side. Third base Maddie Spaeth, a long throw across, and the quick return not in time. And so that is 1 out as Taylor Ockery grounds out 5-3 on the putout. And on the play, Maria Watt moves on to third. And here's Brianna McCollum. Line drive out to the left field in the 3rd inning to start things out. And Brianna McCullum, the right fielder here for DGF in Game 2, and sends it into left field. Ryan Moorhead is there to make the catch, the tag at the base, and the run scores. Maria Watt tagged up on the fly ball to left. Watt is in now to make it a 4-0 game. Brianna McCullum will get a credit for a run batted in on that sacrifice fly. And there are 2 outs. Here's Skylar Spessard. Fly ball out to center field in the 3rd. 4 straight hits, and they have all scored. This one is nubbed off to the right side, and DGF leads at 4-0. Spessard standing in. Taking a moment now as the ball has been retrieved and brought back into play. And Drew Severson back on the mound and looking. Here's the windup and the pitch. And this one is drifted towards the right side, and that one finds the gap between right fielder and center fielder. Picked up there, another double. 5 hits here in the 4th inning. Skylar Spessard getting that double. And now with a runner at second, it goes to the top of the order, and Evelyn Moe.
The DGF leadoff batter, shortstop number 3, Evelyn Moe.
Hit a triple in her last at bat. Evelyn Moe batting here in the 4th with a 4-0 lead. She leans back and waits. Drew Severson on the delivery. And this one is hit towards left center field. and it got into the sun. Ryan Moorhead lost track of where it was, and it falls safely, and another double here for DGF in the fourth inning. Hit right into the angle that when Ryan Moorhead was looking to make the catch, you could see her flinch just a bit. She lost track of it, looking right into the brightness of the sun. And so back-to-back doubles. And the fifth double here in the inning. And here's Kiara Summers. It's 5-0 DGF. As Severson's delivery swung on and missed. Summers striking out in the third, flying out in the first, 0 for 2 today. Left-handed hitting, Kiara Summers. Here's the pitch, and it's nubbed off to the left and out of play. Two-strike count on Summers. And with the delivery, off-speed pitch that's fouled straight back. Ninth batter in the inning for DGF. 5 runs are in. Runner at second. As Drew Severson gets ready, here's the line and the pitch, and that one is slapped to the right side, picked up there by Halls. And the throw on to first is just in time. But 9 come to bat and 5 runs scored after 3.5 innings of play at Jim Goda Stadium in Moorhead. It's DGF 5 and Moorhead nothing.
For Dilworth, Glennon Fountain on the top of the fourth inning. They pick up 5 runs on 6 hits. No more spud errors. There was 1 left on base. DGF 5, Moorhead nothing. The Spuds to the
Scoring 5 runs, and it's 5-0 as they bat 9, and Moorhead starts out there half of the fifth with a line drive over the fence in left field, and that's a home run. Thea Bradstein rather. Well, now they're saying it. I didn't see why they were making this a double, but right now Thea Bradstein is standing at second base. From our vantage point, it appeared that it had cleared the fence. And Stacy Holm is out asking that the home plate umpire go visit with the field umpire, who essentially made that call. And that was hit towards in the left field gap area, and from our vantage point seemed clearly to have finished, and they're going to call it the home run. So Thea Bradstein will make her way around.
That's a solo home run for the Spuds.
Home run for Thea Bradstein, and the Spuds get on the board here in the fourth inning. And it's 5-1 as Bria Holm comes to bat. Moorhead shortstop had a single in the second inning and was left stranded at the end of the inning, but bats here now with a run in, and Moorhead trailing 5-1. And Bria Holm, right-handed hitting shortstop. That pitch is up and away. Jenna Bjelland leans in, winds, and delivers down low. 2-0 the count now from Andrea Holm. Bjelland leans in, and the pitch called strike at the knees. Just did catch the corner, and Bria Holm watching it go by, and it's 2-1. And the pitch has fouled off, and the count evens up quickly now at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Bria Holm. Outfield playing straight away, infield straight away and waiting. As Bjelland looks in for the sign, steps up onto the rubber. Holm is ready. And the pitch is popped up to the right side and out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes. And again, Bria Holm back in quickly waiting. And Bjelland delivers up and away for ball 3, and the count goes full now at 3-2. Moorhead with 1 run in to start the inning on a home run by Thea Bradstein. And here's the payoff pitch, bounced to the left side. And it got away, and they're not going to catch Bria Holm. She scoots down that first baseline in a hurry. It was played on a high bounce by Morgan Tollefson, but it bounced off her glove. And so the error there on Tollefson. And the Spuds have a runner at first now, and still nobody out for Emily Van Reyden. The designated player struck out in her at-bat in the second inning. Van Reyden takes that one inside for ball 1. With the look in, Bjelland's pitch at the knees called strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. Again with the delivery, and this one is flied to the right side, but deep enough. Right fielder there to make the catch. Brianna McCullum comes up and just 2 steps off from where she had started the play and makes the catch there, and there is one away.
The Spud center fielder, number 9.
Here's Kenzie Downer. Moorhead center fielder grounded out in the second. Bats here with a runner on at first and 1 run in. Moorhead trailing at 5-1, batting here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's a called strike. "5-1. Here's the play to the right, straight up the middle and to center field, and shrugging off the sunlight. Catch is made by Kiara Summers. And there are 2 away. Here's Yetzel Delgado. Had a base hit in her last at bat in the 3rd inning.
The Spuds first baseman, number 14, Yetzel Delgado.
With a runner on at first, here's the pitch, nubbed to the right side, and the second baseman there to make the play. Sliding over, Taylor Ockery was able to haul it in for the out, and the Spuds get a run on a home run from Thea Bradstein, and after 4 innings complete, it's DGF 5 and Moorhead 1. And giving a chase. And the look-up look-up fielding, and here's Brianne Martinson. She's alone again. Brianne Martinson, she's got number 3. Taking advantage of the loose ball that seems to find its way towards Brianne Martinson. Her 3rd goal And this one comes with 11:06 to play. An explosive fourth inning, 6 runs score, 5 for DGF, 1 for Moorhead, and it's 5-1 DGF as they come to bat now in the fifth inning. They had a string of hits, 4 consecutive hits. 5 out of 7 batters hit, and they were all line shots into the outfield. And eventually it would lead to 5 runs. Moorhead came back in their half of the fifth with a leadoff home run from Thea Bradstein. And we have a 5-1 game underway as Drew Severson returns to the mound. And her first pitch in, Caitlin Brenna, and then fouls one up the line at third, and that one's caught by Maddie Spaeth. There's one out now in the fifth inning, and here's Morgan Tollefson with a pop-up in the first and a single and a run scored in the fourth. Morgan Tollefson, 1 of 2 on the day. Yeah, Severson winds and delivers, and this is a soft line drive to the short. Holm was there. Throw across is there in time. That was deflected just ever so slightly by Severson, but Holm was able to play it flawlessly, and her throw across there in time. Morgan Tollefson out 6-3 on the putout, and there are 2 away. And here's Jenna Bjelland.
Number 7, Jenna Bjelland.
DGF pitcher stands way forward in the box, her left foot right on the line at the top end of the batter's box, and takes the pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Bjelland turns and looks, and then steps in. Now closes her stance somewhat as she waits, and Severson delivers, and that's popped up down the third base line, and it caught the wind. I don't know if the wind caught it or if it just floated away, but it was a difficult play to make. As Maddie Spaeth had it roll off her glove, she was in foul territory, so no damage there. And it goes as a strike, and it's 0-2. Severson looks in, winds, and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. An off-speed pitch that had her way out in front, and a nice recovery by Drew Severson as the Rebels go 1-2-3 in the fifth. And after 4.5 innings of play, it's DGF 5 and Moorhead 1.
Nick Hastings comes up with it, sends it out. Here's Nolan Westbrook with a shot and a goal! Nolan Westbrook, leading point getter with 40, with 12 goals and 14 goals rather than 26 assists. So the Spuds wrap it around, score! So in 5 seconds to go, and it comes up to center ice, and that will do it as the Spuds hang on.
Spuds coming to bat in the bottom of the fifth inning. It'll be left fielder Ryan Mohagan to lead things off, and then to the top of the order.
Number 3, Ryan Mohagan.
Mohagan on the day has grounded out, and she drops one into left field between the third baseman, the shortstop, and the left fielder. And Ryan Mohagan gets a base hit to start the fifth inning. And here's Maddie Spaeth. Moorhead third baseman is 0 for 2 today. A ground out in the first, a strikeout in the third. Batting here now with a runner on at first.
Leadoff batter, third baseman number 10, Maddie Spaeth.
And the delivery. Check swing. Called strike. Jenna Bjelland. Solid throughout. The only real blemish has been that home run by Thea Bradstein. Spuds have been chipping away, pecking away, but that's been about the extent of it, as that pitch is fouled straight back. And it's a 2-strike count now on Maddie Spaeth. With the windup and the delivery. Catching the outside corner for called. Strike 3. Maddie Spaeth watched strike 3 go by. And there's one away now for Kate Gulbranson, who was 0 for 1. She struck out in the first and walked in the third. First pitch a strike. Bjelland working quickly. And delivers. And that one's fouled back for strike 2. Left fielder, center fielder have got to be really protecting their eyes here, as this one is lifted toward center field and a running catch is made. Center fielder Kiera Summers came in on the play. Kate Gulbranson flying out. And there are 2 away. Here's Drew Severson.
The left fielder, number 6, Drew Severson.
Pitcher Drew Severson on now 0 for 2 on a couple of strikeouts. And she bats here now with 2 out. Runner on at first. And the pitch. That one is a hard shot down at third. And no chance. And that quick throw back at second is in time. And a very alert play by Morgan Tollefson on the near side at third base to pick it up. Faked the throw across to first. She knew she wasn't going to get the play there. Around to the base at second by Ryan Mohagan, and she went too far. And there were a throw back there, 5-4 on the putout. And that takes care of the Spuds in their half of the 5th inning. After 5, it's DGF 5 and Moorhead 1.
Leading things off for the Rebels here in the top of the 6th inning.
DGF coming to bat in the 6th inning, and Maria Watt will lead things off. She's 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a double and a run scored, an RBI double for Maria Watt in her last at bat. 5-1 DGF batting here in the top of the 6th inning. Drew Severson on in relief of Ryan Mohagan here in game 2. And here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch that broke down and out of the strike zone. 2-0 now, 2 balls and no strikes on Maria Watt. And the pitch bounced to the right side. Calls is there, picks it up, quick toss over to first in time. And it's 4-3 on the putout. 1 away now for Taylor Ockery, who bats 0 for 2, has grounded out to third twice.
Second baseman,
Taylor Ockery, DGF second baseman, stands in. and takes a look at a pitch at the knees for a called strike. Her stance is very forward in the batter's box. One other player stands more close to that front box line. Here's one fouled at the plate. And it's 0-2. DGF batting here in this sixth inning, one out, and here's the pitch. And that one is down low. Tried to take a little extra off on that one and lost the strike zone, so it's 1-2. Drew Severson delivers down low. Looking for a pitch at the knees, but just missed, and it's 2-2. Drew Severson delivers. Called strike 3. Just did catch the inside corner. Taylor Ockery on strikes. And that brings up Brianna McCollum, batting now with 2 out. Had a run-scoring sacrifice fly in her last at-bat. Bounces it to the left. Maddie Spaeth is up with it. Long throw across and scooped off the turf. And a rather quick 1-2-3 inning for Drew Severson in the sixth. And the Spuds will come to bat in the bottom of the sixth inning. And trailing, it's DGF 5 and Moorhead 1. Mallory Leitner threw the complete game in Game 1. DGF winning that one 4-2. Jenna Bjelland has gone all the way so far here in Game 2 and stays on as the Spuds come to bat in the bottom of the sixth inning, trailing 5-1. Thea Bradstein, who had a home run to lead off the fourth inning in her last at-bat, will kick things off here for the Spuds in the sixth inning. Bradstein will be followed by Brianne Holm and Emily Van Raden. Strike on the first pitch, swing on a miss on strike on the second pitch, and it's quickly 0-2. Here's the pitch by Bjelland, and it's slapped to the right side and into right field for a base hit. Took a quick shot just in case there was a play at first, but no. And Brianna McCollum had a pretty good idea of what she might be able to do there after quickly recovering on the play. But a base hit for Thea Bradstein, who is having a good afternoon, now 2 for 3. And that brings up Brianne Holm. 1 for 2, reached on a base hit and an error. Here's a bunt down the first or third base line, and a quick throw across is there in time. But it moves the runner up. Thea Bradstein now at second. Sacrifice bunt. 5-3 on the putout, and here's Emily Van Raden.
The Spuds designated player number 18, Emily Van Raden.
Van Raden 0 for 2. Strikeout and a fly ball out. Spuds trailing here 5-1, batting in the bottom of the sixth. And the pitch. Bjelland delivers a called strike. Fastball waist high, catching the outside corner. Swing and a miss, and there was something taken off that pitch, off-speed pitch from Bjelland. And strike 2. Runner down at second, waiting. And the pitch is fouled off. And out of play, and it stays 0-2. 2-strike count now on Emily Van Rayden. The pitch from Bjelland. Called strike 3. Sneaky fast on that fastball. Emily Van Rayden thought it was going to miss wide. It did not, and there are 2 away on the strikeout there. And that brings up Kenzie Downer, who is 0 for 2 today. A ground out and a fly ball out. 0 for 2. First pitch in is a strike. And here's Bjelland, and that one is up high. One and one the count on Kenzie Downer. And it's just fouled at the plate. Came off the bottom part of the bat and rolled foul. Kenzie Downer batting, Moorhead center fielder. Bjelland's pitch, and around on it, and it falls right in front of second baseman. A chase now for the play at home, and out. So with the ball bobbled down at second base, Moorhead took a chance. They might have a chance to score, but the throw was right there and held, and the out recorded. So 4-2 on the final putout of Thea Bradstein trying to score. As Kenzie Downer will get credit for a base hit. And after 5.5 innings, and after 6 innings complete, 6 innings complete, it's DGF 5 and Moorhead 1.
The clock starts now with Moorhead in possession. Chris Stone down into the near corner. Jackson score, out to Stone, looking to go on top, finds it in the middle, shot and a goal! Good positioning. Parker Buckner got the pass from Stone, and it was a very quick release past the goalie, and so with that extra attacker, the Spuds take advantage, and it's 12-1.
So we go to the 7th inning. DGF putting a 5 spot on the board in the 4th, and they are holding that advantage there. Now with a 5-1 lead. Moorhead's only run on a home run by Thea Bradstein. And as we go to the top of the 7th inning, DGF will start things out with Skylar Spessard. 1 for 2. She hit a double and a run scored in the 4th inning. Spessard, DGF catcher. Strike 1 the count. And here's the delivery, and this one is fouled back. So quickly 0-2 on Spessard. Drew Severson delivers an off-speed pitch that just missed down low. Skylar Spessard waits and fouls that one to the right side. Count stays at 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes on Spessard, batting here in the top of the 7th inning with a 5-1 lead over Moorhead. As this afternoon has turned into a very nice spring day. Spessard waits. Severson delivers. Down low. Scrapes the turf. Count goes even now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Spessard. And Drew Severson delivers. And again, she went off speed, but she threw it behind. And the batter moved backwards with the pitch and got hit. And Spessard is on base now with a hit by pitch. To the top of the order now, and Evelyn Moe. DGF shortstop Moe had a single in the first, a triple in the third, and a double in the fourth. 3 for 3 today. And a run batted in, and this one is bounced to the left side. The pickup there, the force at second. Had no chance to get the runner at first, and so 6-4 on the putout of Skylar Spessard, and Evelyn Moe reaches on the fielder's choice. 5-1 DGF. Here's Kiera Summers. 0 for 3 on the day. Runs up on the play and bunts it right out in front. They'll have to hurry. And just did get the play in time. Now they've got to play at third as well, but the throw is high. And the runner just did get around and in time. Evelyn Moe keeping an eye on the play, and as it turned over to first for that out there, she took off for third and a quick return back. The throw was just up high a bit, and that allowed her to get in safely. And so Evelyn Moe is now at third. Kiera Summers grounding out on the play for out number 2, and here's Caitlin Brenna. 1 for 3, a run-scoring double, or corrections, hit a double and then later scored in the 4th inning. Here's Drew Severson with the delivery, and it's fouled off to the right side and out of play. As DGF bats here in the top of the 7th inning. Caitlin Brenna, first baseman for DGF. Crouching down and waiting as Drew Severson settles in. Here's a look and the pitch. And went after an off-speed pitch and just got enough of a bat on it to keep the at-bat alive by fouling it off, and it's 1-2. And the pitch by Severson has bounced to the left side. Holm is there, picks it up, and her throw one-hopped at first, and that allows the run to score. As Evelyn Moe comes on to make it 6-1. Brenna will get an RBI single. And that brings up Morgan Tollefson. And the pitch again to the left side. Holm this time goes on to second for the force there. And DGF comes up with one more in the 7th. And after 6.5 innings of play, it's DGF 6 and Moorhead 1. After a 5-run 4th inning, DGF tacked on one more in the 7th, and the Spuds, their run on a home run by Thea Bradstein. Yitzel Delgado will lead things off, followed by Ryan Mohagan, then to the top of the order, and Maddie Spade. Delgado today a single on a line drive out, 1 for 2. As she stands in, Delgado waits, and the delivery grounded to short. The throw across is there in time as Evelyn Moe feeds it across to Caitlin Brenna for the out. 6-3 on the putout. And there's one away. And that brings up Ryan Mohagan. She's 1 for 2 today, had a single in her last at bat. And she bounces one to the left side. Again, shortstop is there, and Evelyn Moe rifles it across. And there are 2 away. And 6-3 on that one. So the Spuds are down to their final out as Kate Galbranson steps in.
The leadoff batter, third baseman number 10, Maddie Spade.
Let's correct our scorebook. Ryan Mulhagen with the 6-3 out, ground out for out number 2, and now Maddie Spaeth bats as we go to the top of the order here in the 7th inning. And Maddie Spaeth represents Moorhead's last chance as she stands in and watches a pitch sail up and away for ball 1. Or ball 3, rather, ball 3. 3-0 the count. As she looks in, Jenna Bjelland delivers strike 1. Bjelland is ready, and here's the pitch. Catching the letters for called strike. And the count now goes full. After going 3-0, Bjelland has come back, and here's the payoff pitch. And it's flied to right center and in the gap and all the way to the fence. Maddie Spaeth, rounding second, is on her way to third. She'll be held there. Maddie Spaeth with the triple. Spuds are still alive. And here's Kate Galbranson. A strikeout, a walk, and a flyout, 0 for 2. Trailing 6-1. Galbranson settles in. Well, we don't have a scorecard, but I think Moorhead has made a change. And we'll take a look, see if we can't find. And we'll have to go with the idea that they've got a different player at the bat. And the pitch is down low. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Popped up to the right side. And second baseman there to make the catch. As Taylor Ockery calls off the plate and camps underneath. And with that, pop-up, DGF makes this a doubleheader sweep over Moorhead, winning this one by a score of 6-1. DGF, a strong performance on the mound in Game 1 from Mallory Leitner, and in Game 2 from Jenna Bjelland, both going the distance. DGF winning Game 1 this afternoon by a score of 4-2, and walk off the field with handshakes now as they make it the sweep and pick up their 11th win in a row. Our final score here in Game 2, DGF 6 and Moorhead 1.